And good evening. Welcome to a Football Friday night. This is it. District play is underway. Win, you move on. Lose, your season is over. We'll begin at Jefferson City High School Adkins Stadium, where the Jays played host to Fort Zumwalt West, two teams that have had some wild, high-scoring games the past few years. Jeff City would go on top in the first. Thomas LePage goes in from 4 yards out. 7-0 Jaybirds. Early in the second quarter, LePage finds the end zone again for the score. Jays led it 14-0, and the defense playing well. Look at Sutton. Chris Sutton with the sack of the West quarterback, but Jeff City fumbled twice in the second quarter. Fort Zumwalt West capitalized on this one. The touchdown pass, Rankin to Abear. It was a two-point conversion, 14-8 at halftime. Jeff City the lead. Big 9-play, 82-yard drive for the Jays late in the third, early in the fourth. That's a 29-yard touchdown to Scott Stegman. Huge play. Put the Jays on top for good. Jays would go up 22-8 on the two-point conversion. Elijah Sherwood adding a 58-yard touchdown run. Jays win the district opener 29-8. Good defensive effort. After giving up 49 and 56 points the last 2 years to West, Jeff City gives up only 8. They will play Francis Howell next Friday nights on the road. A big football weekend in Columbia. Of course, homecoming for Mizzou tomorrow and a pair of high school games tonight. Tony Mullen has district openers for the Bruins and Cupies. Tony?
Thanks a lot, Rod. Columbia football fans certainly dreaming of a Providence Bowl rematch. Wins tonight by both Hickman and Rockbridge would make that a reality. We'll start at Hickman High. The Cube seeded number 2 in the district, 7-1 in the regular season, hosting Timberland High from Wentzville. You talk about some defense. First quarter, first Wolves possession, fumble, and there goes Jaden Cox in for the touchdown, 6-0. Then look at this crazy play here. Another running play. The running back is stuffed. Play is not blown dead. It's still not dead. It's still not blown dead. Now the ball's out and Jaden Cox has it, and he's gonna go the distance. His second defensive touchdown of the quarter. 13-0 Hickman. The offense would finally contribute. Devin Larry early second quarter, 44 yards to pay dirt. Hickman wins it 34-14 over Timberland. Just down the road, the Rockbridge Bruins welcoming the Trojans from Troy, 21-zip. Late first half, Troy going for it. Fourth down on the Rockbridge 20. The Bruins stuff them though. A.J. Logan in on the tackle. 21-zip at the half. They were flipping over that. Third quarter, whoops, Troy drops the punt. Sabian Cook falls on it for the Bruins in Trojan territory. That would set up this. Kenny James takes the handoff right through the defense, 22 yards for a touchdown. Rockbridge pitching the shutout tonight, 34-0 over Troy. So they will meet again, Hickman and Rockbridge, next Friday night at Hickman High. Rod, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Tony. The North Callaway Thunderbirds won big last night. The South Callaway Bulldogs needed a win tonight to set up that big Callaway County rematch next week in Mocaine tonight, where we spent our Joe Mockins Football Friday night preview. Tim Rulo's Bulldogs hosting Lutheran. South Cal takes the early lead 4 minutes into the game. Kemper Smith in for the touchdown, 10 yards, and the score, first of 2 scoring jaunts for Smith. 7-0 Bulldogs after Lutheran tied it up. South Callaway regains the lead. Jason Kimmenaugh, the fake, keeps it. No fumble there. It's a touchdown, 14-7. Moments later, another Bulldog scored. David Atterbury takes the pitch. Attaboy, Atterbury. South Callaway wins it 34-20. The Bulldogs are 9-1. They will host North Callaway next Wednesday. Class 4 football in Moberly tonight. The Spartans in a rematch with Marshall. The Owls from Marshall with the ball. Alex Maupin stopped on a 4th and 1 inside Spartan territory. No score at halftime. Here we go to the second half. Marshall's Mark Plummer. Nice run. Look at the stiff arm here. Nice pickup. Owls go in from there. Alex Maupin for the Marshall touchdown, and they would go to overtime with Moberly. Marshall upsets Moberly 20-17 in OT. More high school highlights. When we come back, we'll head to West Strand and to Tipton, where the Big Red Machine tried to make it 10 wins in 10 games. Stay with us on Football Friday night. Welcome back to Football Friday night. The Tipton Cardinals are ranked number 2 in Class 1. Tony Braby's team on the home field tonight hosting Sweet Springs. And look at the great shirts out of Tipton High tonight. So 1-8 matchup, that means it was not going to be close. Cardinals start fast. Dallas Peoples takes the rock dives into the end zone. Tipton defense coming to play. Travis Edwards, the interception. Now this is an amazing run. Look at Dallas Peoples, quickness and balance. 83-yard touchdown. He had 175 yards on the night on 8 carries and 2 touchdowns. Cardinals up big. And Riley Brandt, another good night. Scampers into the end zone. Brandt passed for 148 and a touchdown. It was 46-0 at the halftime. 53-0 the final. Tipton is a perfect 10-0. More Class 1 action from Huntsville. Way up north tonight, the 7th-ranked Westran Hornets hosting North Shelby. Another 1-8 matchup. Westran strikes fast. Zach Morgan takes the hand. He's in from 15 yards for the touchdown. 7-0 Hornets. Later on, Zane Jacoby drops back to pass, avoids the sack. He will take it 35 yards for the touchdown. Westran would roll on 56-0 as Jacoby takes one in again. The Hornets 9-1, stinging their opponent tonight, North Shelby. They'll play Knox County on Wednesday. The Mexico Bulldogs traveling to Hannibal tonight. The hometown Pirates coming off their first and only loss of the season last week, falling to Elias. Mexico's Matt Ridgway to Skylar Harrington, the short completion. But Hannibal gets back in the win column. Pirates run in for the touchdown, rolling on to the 42-0 win. Could be a rematch in the future against Elias. Rolla wins their second game in a row and the second of the season, beating Waynesville, an important district game. They move on. Smith Cotton falls to Washington. Owensville season is over. They lose big to Cardinal Ritter. Bowling Green over Van Far. It was Sacred Heart continuing to play. They beat Crest Ridge. Paris falls to Knox County. Salisbury, a big win over Putnam County. Slater losing to Marceline, and Fayette falls to Princeton. And our Steve's Pest Control Defensive Pest of the Week comes from Hickman High. Has to be Jaden Cox. You saw it earlier. He recovered 2 fumbles. This one kind of a delayed fumble. He gets it and goes the distance. 2 touchdowns for the big guy. The state champion wrestler is our Steve's Pest Control Defensive Pest of the Week. And coming up later, our Huddle House Team of the Night. It's also a look back at last night's district opening play around mid-Missouri. Welcome back to Football Friday night. Several area schools open district play last night, including the Elias Crusaders, who crushed Kirksville. Wyatt Porter, what a night. 5 first-half touchdown passes, setting a new single-season school record with 20 touchdown passes this year. Elias led 42-0 at the half. They cruise on to the 54-7 win. Elias will host a district semifinal game in Jefferson City next Wednesday against St. Dominic. The California Pintos needed only 1/2 to beat MMA last night. Garrett Baquette returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. That was the start of a huge night. A punt return came after that. The Pintos are a perfect 10-0 after a 71-0 win over MMA. Centralia eliminated Southern Boone last night. The visiting Eagles would score the first 6 points, but after that, it was all Centralia. They scored 48 straight. Panthers quarterback Zach Etzler leading Centralia to a 48-6 win. Centralia is 9-1 on the season. The same Class 3 district in Booneville, the Pirates ended the Fulton Hornets season with a 48-28 win. Booneville moves on to play Centralia next Wednesday night on the Panthers' home turf. Class 2 district opener for Blair Oaks last night. The Falcons took care of Tolton Calvary. It was Blair Oaks leading 42-0 after 1 quarter, playing with their freshman backup quarterback, and they would go on to beat the Trailblazers 68-13. One of the few close games last night, Eldon fought back from a 7-6 halftime deficit to beat Ava 12-7. Here's Shane Stafford running in what was the game-winning touchdown from 12 yards out. That coming in the 4th quarter. Eldon moves on. They will face Osage at the lake last night. The Indians put up some big numbers again. Quarterback Bo Dean scoring 3 touchdowns on the ground, 3 more through the air as Osage knocked out Versailles 55-13. And the North Callaway Thunderbirds have now won 8 straight. Mike Emmons' team beat Herman 34-14. The T-Birds will head to rival South Callaway next Wednesday for a district semifinal showdown in Mocaine. And a big win for Montgomery County. This was one of the most impressive of the night. They whipped up on Hallsville 46-0. The Cats earn a trip to Blair Oaks next Wednesday. And an early wake-up call for the Missouri football Tigers and Tiger fans tomorrow. Looking ahead to homecoming with Kentucky and maybe a first SEC win coming up next. The Missouri football Tigers are 2-touchdown favorites to finally pick up that first SEC win tomorrow. An early 11 a.m. kickoff on Faurot Field. Missouri welcomes the Wildcats from Kentucky, who are also winless in the SEC.
They do have talent. They're a good football team. They played a really good Georgia team, tough, and we recognize that. Then it's get back to us playing well.
And the final home game for the Lincoln Blue Tigers tomorrow. LU has a good chance to pick up another win against Central Oklahoma. Tailgate with the Blue Tiger Quarterback Club tomorrow from 11 to 2 across the street from Reed Stadium. Meanwhile, Westminster is at home in Fulton facing Greenville. That's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Fulton. Best deal around. It's free to watch the Blue Jays at Westminster. And home games at Missouri S&T in Rolla. S&T playing some great football this year, and Central Methodist plays in Fayette. Preseason rankings are out for college basketball. Mizzou will start the year ranked number 15 in the AP poll. The Tigers will open up exhibition play on Monday night, but they will not have senior Mike Dixon in uniform against Northwest Missouri State at Mizzou Arena. Dixon has been suspended along with freshman Dominique Bull for violating team rules. Head coach Frank Haith would not elaborate. And our coveted Huddle House Team of the Night honors, they go to the South Callaway Bulldogs. Tim Rulo's team winning big over Lutheran tonight. South Callaway is now 9-1 on the season, ranked number 10 in Class 2. Congrats to the Bulldogs. You can go celebrate at the Huddle House. For all of your local scores, go to our website, connectmidmissouri.com, and go to our sports page and find High School Football Central. That is it for Football Friday night. Join us next Wednesday for Classes 1 through 5 district semifinal games. Then next Friday, Class 6 semifinals. That includes the Jays playing at Francis Howell and Hickman against Rockbridge in another matchup of Columbia schools. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great football weekend.
KRCG's Football Friday Night has been brought to you by GFI Digital, Hawthorne Bank, St. Mary's Sports Medicine, Westminster College, Capital City Christian Church, Midwest Block and Brick, Rourke Aluminum, Custom Screen Printing and Embroidery, and Randy Kaiser, State Farm Insurance.